Hello, good morning, good day.
Good day to everybody.
Oh, it's
Welcome
still
to the
Feb
show.
month, yeah?
Yes,
Oh,
Still
tignan mo
heart month.
naman,
malapit na
naka-shawl kami
matapos.
kasi meron chill dito sa ating Lotus Valley Farm. And napakaaga kasi nag-filming tayo kasi busy-busy na naman tayo sa Sabado. But it's a very pleasant day and a pleasant month actually. Maganda
Yes,
yung
we've been
weather.
talking about the heart and we're still in that topic of kindness. Yeah.
Correct.
Yes.
Siyempre
Because it was Thursday was World Random Acts of Kindness Day. So it's nice to talk about that as well. No? That we can find ways to show our kindness all throughout the year.
oh yeah.
Kasi a small act can make a person's day. Sometimes it can lift them out of darkness for a long time. No? It's
Yes.
very nice to be able to do that.
Plus learning to live your life that way, making the best of your day all the time. Such thing is possible in our lives, you know. This kindness that comes from our heart. Acts of kindness is something that we have been gifted with. And it is the nature of caring and loving. So,
And it doesn't take very much out
right.
of us, no, to do some random act of kindness to somebody, even you don't know them. No?
Actually, meron nga nung Valentine's Day suggestion ng gifts. Merong mga bouquet, instead of bouquet of roses, is to give them bouquet of gulay.
Yes.
Meron mga
A bouquet of onions.
onion.
Or yung iba fruits, they stick the fruits in little sticks and
But
then
isn't
they turn it
this
into a bouquet.
something to also help the farmers? Kasi parang
Yes.
you're not just thinking of giving the person,
Something
something,
beautiful.
but also you're thinking of the contribution you are doing for the people planting these different things.
Kasi our farmers, they're very, I would say they're selfless because farming is not for the faint-hearted, ha? It's hard. It's
Hirap.
very hard. Ang daming variables that can destroy your crop. But they still do it,
Yeah.
for the love of planting, the love of nature.
Kaya if we can boost our consumption and boost our purchase of vegetables,
Locally
Tingnan mo nga,
grown.
anong boost of our consumption?
consumption ng gulay.
Ng local.
Local,
Locally grown.
yes,
Oo,
local.
buy local.
Buy local. Think farmers. Think local
We're not
and
thinking
everything.
imported fruits or vegetables.
Kasi
We're
minsan
thinking
kasi
local.
yung naririnig natin dito sa ating mga, when you watch the news, when you talk about economy, everybody's trying to boost people's consumption. And kailangan we have to keep spending and we have
Kailangan
to
na
up
sa
our
lugar.
spending. May ganon. Isang nangyayari sa atin, kasi this is the nature of capitalism,
No.
is to keep spending whatever hard-earned money you have, you spend it, yung ganon. Kahit na hindi mo kailangan. Or you start to think in ways of spending. But, one thing kasi acts of kindness. Acts of kindness can go a long way
Yes.
in so different components in the very existence we live in. Kasi, look at it, For example, there was one time I was gassing up. And it was raining. Here comes a farm, nagbebenta ng mais. Na, biglang, he shows up. Bit na bag.
Siyempre, mabigat. Oo.
Mais. So, sa pagdating, tinanong ko kagad, saan galing ang mais ninyo? Tanim niyo ba yan? Gumanon ako. Tanim ho ng yung mga sinabi na niyo yung storya. Dito ho galing. Kasi doon ho sa aming lugar, wala ho masyadong bumibili ng ganitong klaseng mais. It's sweet corn. Kasi it's not the area where people will eat sweet corn.
Tsaka ang mahal siguro.
Mahal.
Mas mahal syempre yung
Sabi
sweet.
niya, sabi ko, uuwi ka pa pala malayo kabilang probinsya. Umuulan pa.
Kasi dito, ang tanim dito yung white corn.
Nandun siya sa gasolinahan Hindi siya nag-aabang ng customer. Tsaka hinahanap niya yung, siguro ito, bibili ito. Yung gano'n.
Na-assess niya yung market niya.
Spot ka niya. Na-target ka niya.
Spotter.
Oo.
Tapos, siyempre yung narinig ko na, wow, mga uncles ho namin. Then, he's about 40. So, sinabi niya, uncle, Alam, imagine ko na, wow,
Siyempre,
these guys are
compute, matanda na yun,
dito
nagtatanim.
na. Tapos nagtatanim pa rin ngayon. Ano sabi ko sa kanila? O, ilan ba yan? Ilan pa ba yung mais mo? Yung parang, he's in his last, 12 corn. And I asked him, kailan pa siya? Kanina po akong umaga. Ilan ang dala mo? May mga ganun eh. Siyempre, tanongin mo. Then finally, sige, kukunin ko na lahat siya.
Para makauwi na siya.
Tapos, magkano ang pamasahin mo pa uwi? Sige, ito ha. Sabi mo sa iyong mga tiyo at mga magulang mo. Malaking pasasalamat dahil sa kanilang sakripisyo. So,
Hirap talaga ng buhay ng farmer.
hirap. So sabi ko, kaya,
So, yung reaction ng tao, ano naman naging reaction niya?
Siyempre, happy siya.
oo, kaya nga pa, una tulala, yung ganun. Tapos,
Like, are you
biglang-
kidding me?
Biglang, teka, tsaka lang, gumanon pa ako eh.
Oo.
Sandali lang, kasi nagkakarga pa eh.
Oo.
Punta ako sa, 7-Eleven yata yan. I can't remember. Yung
Yung mga
convenience
shop
store.
sa ano,
Bumili
gas
ako na-
station.
Bumili ako ng soy milk. Yung mga ganun. Sabi ko, sige ha.
pati siya na ano, parang nagasolinahan din siya.
Tulungan mo ang mga
Kaya
tiyo
siyang
mo.
power.
Sabi ko, tsaka mga tiyahin mo. At tulungan mo sila. Tamang, hanga ako sa kanilang mga ginagawa sa sakripisyo. Kaya sabi niya nga, sir, ay, at least makakatipid pa ako sa pamasahe ko. May gano'n. Yung mga gasolinahan ngayon, yung mga gasoline boys, nakatingin sa akin, sir, parang, may gano'n naman yung mga, kasi kilala nila ako ron eh. Sige, ito, bumili ka ng pandesal. Eh, nandyan si Durong dumadaan.
Ay, nagutom din yun sa gasolina.
Kaya,
You know, it's so
Nice, so
important to
nice.
show
This
these
is
acts
so
of
nice.
kindness. And also, not just to show it, and not just to give money, but to show your appreciation, to tell them how much you appreciate what they're
I'm
doing.
sure they were very touched.
tapos sila, tapos biglang, alam niyo, pag
Unforgettable
bumabalik
yan,
na naman ako rin sa,
incident. Oo.
kasi doon lang ako nagagasolina sa lugar
Oh,
na yun.
so okay.
Kumbaga, pagdating ka naman doon, ngayon, wala na yung uy, kilala, hindi, dati na nila akong kilala, pero ngayon ako, nakaabang na lahat sila. Pero hindi ko alam kung yung paglilinis nag-intern sila ng pandesal o hindi. Pero kung hindi, tanong ko na ang mga pangalan nila, lahat, kilala mo na lahat sila, yung gano'n. Batiin mo, alam nyo, kahit itong mga,
Yung pagbati
Alam
lang,
niyo,
napakalaking bagay.
ito isi-share ko sa inyo, natutunan ko to nung araw sa aking magulang. Pag nakita niyo, kunyari, di ba, pag pumapasok kayo sa mga tindahan o yung mga mall, di ba may mga security guard,
Oo.
may mga nameplate sila. Alam niyo, ako palagi, yung sasabihin ko kagad yung, tinitingnan ko kagad yung nameplate. Yung nameplate. Tapos, babatiin ko pa uwi. O kanya, patapos na ako palabas. Sorry thank you ingat lang kayo palagi. May ganun nga. Okay, sir, okay. Ganun lang. Alam niya, pag binati niyo yung kanilang apelido, yung parang you acknowledge, hindi lang yung
Yeah, that's it. You acknowledge their presence and what they're doing.
binati niyo kagad. Ingat kayo ha. May ganun.
Kasi most
Marami
people
pang
tend
COVID,
to,
may mga
just
ganun.
pass through, di ba?
Kasi minsan hindi niyo papansinin. Pero pag tiningnan niyo, kahit sa mga ating mga kapulisan, yung mga ating kasundaluhan, batiin nyo na may pangalan. Kung hindi nyo kilala yung mga rangko, yung apelido lang, tapos maganda yung gesture ninyo.
You smile at them.
Yung, thank you ha, thank you sa inyong mga sakripisyo ha.
They are the frontliners.
Alam nyo,
Always
easy
there
kagad.
working.
You connect to people. And this is something I learned from my mom, my dad. Then immediately, it's not like kasi for them, to be addressed that way, sometimes it's someone who's higher than them. Hindi ka tatawaging sargento ganito. Tatawagin ka yung apelido mo. But these are things that goes a long way. Alam niyo, ang Pilipino mas lalo.
Yes. very appreciative, very grateful, at saka yung friendship ba, mapagkaibigan din ng mga Filipinos, no? At saka kasi, sometimes I feel na, hindi ba, like, minsan gusto mo magbigay sa bangko or sa mga ibang opisina. Pero kasi nga, may ruling na in-issue yung mga government, na bawal daw magririgalo sa mga opisina ng gobyerno kasi naman merong taong nagbibigay lamang dahil they want something.
Saka gusto nila sila
Ulterior motive.
para wag na luminya.
Oo, yung ganun.
Ilalagay.
It's not a spontaneous gesture of, giving, random act of kindness. Pero lagi merong gustong pabor na makuha, So sana naman, pero yung kagayang sabi mo, kahit pagbati pa lang,
Oh, yes.
it's already a very big thing for people. So, very wonderful yung shinare mo. Kasi nga, kung ma-pick up lang ng mga listeners natin, pwede ko rin gawin yan. Hindi ba?
Yeah, it's very nice. I really appreciate it.
Is lalo yung mga kunyari, hindi ba you go to the malls, hindi ba yung mall hours ang mahaba.
Oo.
Tapos yung security guard,
Pagod
makikita mo
na,
ng
pagod na.
pagdating yung face sila pa rin.
Oo.
Yung ganun. Siyempre sa akin, naintindihan ko yan dahil minsan, meron silang bukas day off mo, pero yung shift mo ganito kahaba. Yung ganyan ba?
Sasagarin ka, no?
Sagarin ka. Kaya,
Yung stepmother ko naman, ginagawa niya sa mga security guards, binibigyan niya ng t-shirts pag Christmas, ganon. So, it's not, gusto lang niya, pupunta pa siya ng Divisoria para to get those t-shirts. And then, tuwing, kunyari sa Makati Med, pagbababa na yung daddy ko, lahat ng mga security guard, sir, tutulungan na siyang ganon, because meron nga ng parang personal friendship na establish. So it's because of really, your kindness na gusto rin nilang tumulong sa iyo. Gusto nilang mag-reciprocate, kung ano yung pinakita mong kabutihan, gusto rin nilang maging friends sa iyo, So it's a two-way thing na nag-share kayo,
And it's not something that you planned, di ba? It's really
yeah, something.
random.
Yeah, it's spontaneous, yeah.
Yeah, like
And
the other
actually-
day, we came from a lunch and they gave me cupcakes, extra cupcakes. We gave it to someone, right? The mechanic, we went to check the car and then we handed it to the mechanic for his merienda. Oo.
Yung parang
Tuwang-tuwa
pang-amin
siya.
yun eh. Ginawa para siya. Pero pag nakita mo, kayo mas nangangailangan kumain. Ako, mas bawas ang kain, okay pa.
Kasi nga, minsan nga meron yung people na, meron sila sa car something to always give. Kasi mga
Yes.
pulubi, like especially in Manila, mga intersections. So, they would rather give some kind of food to this, to these people. Pero yung iba naman, pag binigyan mo, parang, ayaw na, gusto nila pera.
Yes,
parang, meron pang condition, meron pang demand na
Kasi some
gusto
of these
nila.
are really, well,
Cash.
it's not nice to talk about, but there are groups that do
Oo.
this.
Mga sindikato.
Oo, yan,
minsan.
yan.
Oo.
So
At
they
saka-
want money.
At saka kasi naman, like Sam, parang natatakot din magbigay ng cash kasi baka mag-rugby, yung they'll buy some
Yeah.
kind of drug with it, So, mas preference lang bigyan na lang ng pagkain, So, yung acts of kindness natin, syempre titingnan din natin kung talagang makakatulong to sa ibang tao. And kahit nga yung kagaya I think nung February 14, nung Valentine, meron din yun sa community pantries. Yung founder ng community pantry, she also tried to initiate something again for that special day for
Oh,
people.
nice.
Oo. Sharing and giving. Kasi kung isipin mo, bibigay ka ng bouquet. Hindi ba cauliflower,
Yan,
bouquet,
yun ang
flower,
With
hindi ba?
broccoli.
meron pa rin siyang, kahit naman siguro may mga iba.
Acts of kindness yun kasi broccoli. Tapos,
Oo.
Gulay. Yan, that's
mabubusog
very
ka pa.
good. And it's
Hindi pa
good
sa
for your
katawan mo.
heart, di ba?
Marami.
Yan ay
Actually, sa panahon ngayon, ganun na talaga. It's
Di ba
something
you
that
give
is
fruit
so,
baskets?
that is
mga
so
ganun.
practical, that's so, actually yesterday I had a guest. He brought a gift pack for me. It's not, kasi ako parang hindi ako comfortable sa ganun eh, yung ako. Anyway, thank you ha. It's so nice of you. Hindi gumanon ako. Ngayon, ang aming pinag-usapan has to do with receiving yung, sometimes for us to be able to give, we have to understand the feel of receiving yung that kindness in our own. So then from there, that's if you connect with someone, that's your, kumbaga, the gestures of giving out of your own to welcome someone. Di ba may mga ganyan tayo, kaya nga
It's
sa
the
atin.
start of a relationship,
And-
of friendship.
And you see, such kindness can grow and extend. This is where, you know how it is in nature. If yesterday I was talking to this
Parang
person.
you start a chain of goodness, no?
I was talking to, and they said, look, what you're a leader of your province, and what is it that you want for for the people? What do they need? You see, all of us, everybody, ako, one thing I have, and I understood very well. And from the very start, I will never want to look down on someone because of his status in life. Kunyari, ganito, farmer siya na ganito, o ito lang ang kakayahan niya. Hindi ko siya kagad I don't want to make him feel that, o sige, tutulungan ka na namin. May ganon. Parang, siyempre may dignidad din yung tao eh.
Oh, yes.
Meron naman yung talagang lalapit sa'yo, diretsahan. Kaya tulungan niya kami, ganito, ganito, ganito. Pero meron naman dyan, yung mga taong mapakaumbaba.
Yeah, they're just quietly trying to go about.
Yes, and they
Surviving.
deal with everything. Yeah. Kasi one thing with the farmer community is they're quite resilient. Eh.
Oh, very.
If they're not resilient, matagal na tayo sa buong bansa ginutom.
Wala na tayong farm.
Wala na tayong magsasaka.
Puro imported na lang ba mangyayari?
Oo, so ngayon-
Wala sila.
So binanggit ko sa kanya, alam mo sa buhay natin, kasi ako, nasa senior years na ako eh, kaya lahat na lang ng bagay na kailangan gawin na ma-share natin sa lahat. Kung ano man meron kang naging biyaya mo sa buhay. Kasi sabi ko sa kanya, ang buhay natin, regalo sa atin yun eh. So we should maximize on how to make it so that we can be of service to others. Yung mga nako. So sabi ko, kaya if you need me to go there, or you need something from me to help out, I'm so willing. Sabi ko sa kanya na gano'n. We are discussing certain things. Then, on the end, it's about the work and the passion that you do and you offer it to everybody else. Yung ganyan ba you share this? And that really brings buhay sa isang tao. It is the act of serving, and that act is based on caring and acts of kindness. So kaya nga, partingly, kahit yung when we were on our way out, walking, daming mga police, may escorts eh. Sabi ko na, relax lang kayo lahat, huwag na kayong, kasi I know the place really well and my guest is secured. So let us just walk, let us just, without the trappings of, so you can
Actually, our guest of ours didn't have his own security. It was the province who provided it for him.
they found out he was here.
Yeah.
So nako,
It was just really low-key.
hanggang doon sa barangay, sa baba namin, hanggang kanina nga, pagdating ng mga aking,
The workers.
the farmers came to, when they reported kanina, they go, sino, ano ba yung nangyari kahapon? Ay, nagkakagano na.
Dumami yung
Dumami na
security.
Ay, okay lang, dapat ngayon sanay na kayo na may ganyan. Sabi ka na gano'n. So, kikita ninyo, napapansin itong lugar natin. So, pagandahin natin palagi, linisan, lahat ngayon, gagawin natin yung pati, welcoming tayo sa ating mga bisita. Ganun ba? So, this is always part of our life. It's like the welcoming part. Di ba? When you welcome people wholeheartedly, again, puso galing yan eh. You have a welcoming nature all the time. It's friendship that you bring about because you see the common ground in each person. Basically, we learn this in our lives in the early days. The young, we've been taught to care and love without conditions.
Kanina you mentioned also receiving kindness.
Yes,
not just
receiving
giving.
kindness.
Kasi like
baliktarin natin.
yesterday I was in a rush to buy something. And I'm always in a rush in the grocery. I don't want to hang out there because of germs, yeah. So I only had a few items. When I got to the counter, there was someone ahead of me, a man, and he had a whole cart of stuff. As soon as he saw me, he put his cart aside. He said, "Oh, sige kayo na lang po kasi iilan lang yung inyo." So it was very nice, to be receiving such kindness.
Actually, ito yung isang situation rin when we say, especially yung for when we're sick or when our bodies are getting old, parang we need to be a little bit humble, that we need to ask help, we need to accept the help of others, Kasi minsan, meron alam ko may stories ng mga patients na parang pag nandun sila ay parang yung nagagalit sila sa situation na kailangan alagaan sila.
Yeah,
Yung
they get
ganon, oo.
they feel very uncomfortable
Oo,
being
oo.
the recipient.
Yes,
Oo.
oo. Pero
It takes some humility rin talaga to
Yes,
accept
oo.
kasi
And it's a practice.
Oo.
It's something that we need to apply. There's a process for that to work in our own lives.
Yeah.
You cannot fake humbleness and receiving gifts. Hindi niya mapepeke yun kasi it's important. It's something that the principles of yung mga virtues that you embrace and you imbibe. Kung ano yung pinapasa niyo sa iba, di ba may kasabihan na, di ba, when you are giving respect, di ba, to others, di ba may mga tao gusto nila lahat ng respect puro sa kanila palagi. Di ba?
Oo.
So,
They
yung
do
kung
not reciprocate.
they do not,
Oo.
so, ibig sabihin nun, malayo pa lang, naglalakad pa lang sila, ano na sila parang, paano ba ako maglakad kung para lahat ng tao mag-a-attention o papansinin ako or may ganon. Hindi mo may ganyan yan
But like for example, it's also hard for the giver sometimes pag ganun yung like I know someone personally that he got old, he had a stroke, and so now he needs help. And many are willing to help him, but he gives them a really hard time.
Oo, may mga ganon. Kasi then, kaibigan din namin yan, kilala namin yan ng araw pa. But this person has always been, since he was healthy, he was always parang, he's got this, parang, look at me, doing that sort of the thing palagi, hindi ba? Yung parang, ako yung kailangan pakinggan, yung mga ganun yung dating.
Siga.
Oo, so alam ninyo, yung siya ay nagkasakit, na-stroke. Yung parang, ayaw niya na may magdadala ng pagkain sa kanya, o may magtutulong sa kanya sa bahay. Parang ang
But he
ang
actually
dating
really
naman,
needs the help.
ano akala niyo sa akin? Ganun pa rin yung dating.
Yeah.
Ako, minsan ang hirap tumulong pag gano'n, hindi ba? Kasi parang feeling mo, parang ayaw nung
Nagagalit
tao,
pa.
hindi ba?
And they tend to say things that may hurt you.
Oo.
So as the giver, you just have to try and understand his situation.
Oo.
Because sometimes people with strokes, a part of the brain is, of course, not damaged, and that's why they get cranky,
Kaya actually, pero nga yun, siguro the better or greater lessons for him, especially when we are in this situation, is the lesson of trying to be humble naman, or to receive help, and to be kind naman to those people who are trying to be
they're
kind to
going
you.
out of their way
Diba?
to do things for him.
It makes things
Yeah,
easier.
you talk about
It makes
acts.
things easier.
Yeah.
Acts of kindness. Action of kindness. It involves,
I mean, like you wanna give. Let's say you wanna bring food, you do the shopping, the cooking, preparation, i-deliver mo pa and everything. And some people you even have to feed them, di ba? And clean
Minsan,
up after.
I remember there's some situations where ito, kunin mo na ito, sige, uwi mo na ito. Tapos, hindi, okay lang. Hindi, kunin mo na. Hindi, okay lang.
Struggle
At the
to
very
receive,
end, tanggapin mo na nga. para mataos yung kwento. So, it's also a matter of, trying to feel na happy rin naman yung tao to give.
Yeah,
So, make them
appreciate what they're
happy.
giving
Your
you.
role is to receive it, to make the other person happy rin. Hindi ba? At saka kaya nga, even like say, I know some young girls, no, I'm always telling them, you also learn how to say thank you, always appreciate what your teachers are doing for you. You have to show them that the kindness or the gratefulness. At the same time, the teachers then magre-reciprocate naman yan, and they will also be very happy, to,
Yeah.
ano yun eh, actually, relationships is a reciprocal
Yes, oo.
situation. Kumbaga, merong exchange. Hindi
Mm-mm.
pwedeng one way,
At
kasi,
saka for a teacher, one of the happiest moments of a teacher is when the student not only understands,
Yeah,
accepts,
oo.
but actually puts
Practices.
into practice
Oo,
what they
yes.
have learned. Oo.
Yes. Oo.
That's so fulfilling,
Oo.
for a teacher.
At saka ano naman tayo, yung sinasabi nating, kasi ang acts of kindness, syempre yung sa teacher, maisip mo, ano kaya gagawin ko? Bibigay ko kay teacher. Si teacher, meron na siyang ang dami-dami na, kumikita na yan and everything. But there's things the simple things that, you receive from a student, yung mga thank you, mga little notes,
Yeah.
mga ganon.
I used to bring flowers to my teacher.
Oo.
Kasi yung garden namin, we had a lot of flowers. So I'd hold it all the way. I live far from from the school. When I get there, minsan the flowers medyo lanta na. But the teacher's so happy to receive it,
Yes, oo. So sometimes meron tayong mga ganyang mga encounters with people, ordinary people, that we can give them something and they'll be very happy. It need not also be all during Christmas kasi minsan parang yun
Random
lang-
nga.
random,
Anytime.
throughout the year.
Kindness
pwede
is
naman.
always welcome dapat.
Parang si Sir Toby, sa gasolinahan, o biglang naging Christmas Day para dun sa nagbebenta ng corn. Di ba? Parang sabi niya, ano kaya ang okasyon na yun?
Yeah, don't wait for an occasion to
Oo.
show kindness.
Oo. At saka
It's
minsan,
always in season.
maganda rin yung element of surprise.
Mm-hmm.
Uy, bakit? Ano bang araw ito? Ay, hindi. Basta naisip lang kita. Hindi
Oo,
ba? Yung
oo.
mga ganon.
Yeah, speaking of naisip lang kita, you can go ahead, give somebody a call. Someone
Yeah.
you haven't talked to in a long time.
Yes, oo.
See how they are. No?
Oo. Kamusta ka na?
Oo.
Ganon. And you
It
will...
might be that you are saving that person from
Oo.
something terrible, just by
At
making kamusta.
actually, there's this story of, kasi merong family na sunugan sa Canada, sa Vancouver. Tapos namatay itong misis, namatay yung kanyang asawa at saka yung isa niyang anak na babae doon sa sunog, sa fire. Pero yung dalawa niyang anak na lalaki nabuhay naman. So she was on TV and her message was, always spend the time with your family to say thank you and to say you love them because you will never know if that will be your last day with them. Yung ganun. So, hindi natin intayin Christmas para bumati sa mga tao, pero kung meron tayong chance, kahit ngayon, magpasalamat or to say I love you, take the chance already now kasi hindi mo na alam kung kailan kayo magkikita. Minsan, yung kaibigan, nag-pass away na ba? Yung mga ganon, hindi mo alam na hindi na pala kayo magkikita uli. So,
Maraming ganitong mga, katulad ngayon, di ba nagkaroon ng malakas na earthquake sa
Turkey.
Turkey and Syria. No? Kita niyo lahat. Mga
Yeah.
iba-ibang
So
bansa.
sudden.
There's close to 100,000 volunteer rescuers. Race against time kasi yan eh.
Yeah.
Kumbaga
And thanks to them because they weren't all from there.
Yeah,
They
they
flew
come
in from
from
other countries.
other
Even
countries.
Philippines,
Yes.
Filipino
They're all
rescuers nandun.
doing
Our
the
experts
work.
in
May kaibigan
rescue
kami,
andyan.
si Doc Ted.
Oo, he's
He's there.
there.
Doc Ted is there. He's
Guerra.
Guerra.
Oo.
He's one of the heads of the team.
Yeah, yung
Now,
ating
he's-
mga veteran na
Mga veterano sa mga rescue
no?
groups. Dami namin mga ganyan. Kasi ako, I could empathize kasi yung nangyari sa Baguio yan. Ganon din kami
Earthquake.
noon.
Oo.
Uh,
You have to rush and help.
There's rush against time kasi unang-una, you can only live so long eh. Pag nadaganan ka or
Wala kang
siyempre,
tubig.
malamig, gugutumin,
Oo,
wala kang
correct.
tubig, ang
Oo.
daming ganon na factors eh. So, you can see actions that need to be performed by them. Ibig sabihin yan, even yung tulog mo, kung ikaw yung nagpa-perform ng action, yung tulog mo,
Yeah.
alalahanin niya.
Pagod.
Sabi nga ng mga nagmo-monitor ng mga earthquakes eh, sabi nila, an average of 400 quakes daw eh. Some of them very strong.
Oh, yeah.
Doon.
Aftershocks.
Yeah, yeah.
Aftershocks.
We experienced that in Baguio.
Alam niyo, habang nag-uukay sila eh.
Yeah, they could become the
Oh,
victims
you become
themselves.
So, again, makikita niyo yan, ha? Sa mundo natin, no matter what, you can see how people actually would show acts of sacrifices
Oo.
to bring about, to perform their duties, to perform their work. So, ito yung mga, kumbaga, it goes beyond your own capacity to do things, but you're out there doing your work.
Oo.
And if this attitude is brought about by so many, we can see that there are those who will be donating, there are those who will be giving, hindi ba? Maraming ganun.
Or
And
sharing,
Sharing.
Like nung earthquake, we were cooking, and syempre, you're displaced from your house, you're cooking outdoors, and when we see people walking, we call them, you want to eat, we'll share the food.
Oo, kasi you know that everything is not the
Normal.
norm.
Oo,
So,
hindi normal.
heightened yung crisis nyo.
Yeah.
So this is where you'll find those who engage in such actions, you will find they're very much sila yung mga
Steady.
steady, automatic.
Oo, they're happy with what they're doing kasi nakakatulong.
Kasi there's deep fulfillment when you do such things. These actions are quite something, you sacrifice for others.
At saka actually, hindi ba merong song si Saint Francis, let me be an instrument of peace, let me be an instrument of your love, Kumbaga, magagamit ka ng Panginoon para makatulong sa iba. Kaya minsan ikaw ay makakatanggap ng biglang biyaya or opportunity. Yun ay hindi para sa atin lang, no?
Yeah,
Pero
it's to be
yun ay
shared.
para mamigay rin natin sa mga nangangailangan. So, hindi yung, kasi baka mag-hoarding, yung ibang tao naman pag ganung sitwasyon ay
Oh my
nag-hoarding,
God, oo nga.
nagluluting, no?
Meron
Ano nga, every day in
meron
our
akong
lives,
kilala noon.
one thing.
Lumilinya pa siya doon sa relief goods. Sabi ko, bakit ka nandyan? Kasi alam ko naman, di naman niya kailangan. Libre daw. So she wanted to get.
Pero mas marami pang nangangailangan, wag na nating kunin, Kahit yan ay marami, still we have to make sure that yung iba muna ang makakuha ng mga relief goods, no?
I think disasters bring the best out,
Or the
best
worst.
or the worst out.
People.
Just like in Baguio noon, marami kaming narinig na donations of nice tents. Pero when you look around, who's got these tents, no?
It's tents of canvas.
Nawawala yung tents na magagaling daw, magandang
Ganda
binigay.
lang ng mga tents na wala mo makita. Ultol, dala lang ganun.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
So these are, anyway, for us, the message of kindness has been ingrained for so many centuries and years.
It's in our culture, no?
Yes.
But
Nasa
isn't
kultura
it
natin
also
yan.
It
our
was the
inherent nature to
Yes.
be kind? Yun ang talagang natural condition natin, pero natabunan yung ating natural kindness.
Right, so it's something that you,
So
pwede mo
let's
naman
nurture that.
nurturing
Let's grow
yun,
it.
bubuhayin mo yan eh. You work on that every day of your life.
Yeah.
And a lot of it has to do with even the very consciousness that we maintain and how we live our lives.
Yeah. Maybe every day think, okay, what can I do? Even just one act of kindness. That
It always begins with thankfulness on our part. Prayers and meditation in the mornings. You magbasa kayo something that will nurture your heart. You engage in activities like that nurtures your heart. So you carry that all day. So your whole outlook will be, you're without anger. Di ba? You're without yung indifference sa mga tao. Di ba?
Tsaka it makes you kasi, instead of thinking of yourself and all your problems, you're thinking of others. So, it's so much less heavy to carry around, no?
Yan eh, to love and be loved nga.
Ang
Diba?
sarap.
Yun ang importante sa ating buhay.
May mga stories din ako narinig about teachers na talagang kahit sa estudyante nila, nagdadali sila ng pagkain para dun sa mga students na alam nilang walang breakfast, hindi ba kulang sa pagkain. The teachers themselves would, out of their pockets, spend for the students. And even minsan, mga school materials. Ano. So actually, meron din tayo kasi yung tinatawag na, hindi ba sa mga government na mga ano, yung needs assessment, yung ganon. So kung na-assess natin, paano tayo makakatulong sa iba, then could be a
Alam
skill,
nyo, kaya
could
nga
be,
values is so
Important.
important
Oo.
in our lives. Kasi no matter what, we are social beings. We will deal with everyone, no matter whether you are a person that works in a government or you work in a corporation. Because what carries you as an individual, di ba? We spent so many years being educated in different institutions. Education in certain institutions are very much so, kumbaga na they're really into making sure that the individuals or persons we mold carries and are imbibed with this higher character and principles sa kanilang character building. So pag naging may edad na sila, kahit may success or whatever that comes their way, with such a character that they carry that was imbibed, so they know the depth of what those character traits are meant to achieve in a person, because those are the very character that we need, that will bring us through a deeper purpose in our existence. It's not just mainly, wow, the success of, I'm successful now, I have such and such material, whatever. But yet, that's not going to bring the true success to things. Because we are all gifted with certain skills. Maybe a businessman can have so much, is so, kumbaga ano, ang galing niya maghanap buhay. Ganon eh. Pero the same businessman,
Yung skill niya.
ilagay mo siya, okay, pwede bang ayusin yung bahay mo? Or mag-ayos ka ng sasakyan, or magtanim ka ng gulay, or magtanim ka ng ganito. Naiiba eh. So
We
the whole
all have our strengths and weaknesses. So,
and this is something that we were ingrained to have and born with, no? That depends on actions we have performed already. So nakikita natin na with certain situations in our lives, magpakaumbaba tayo, magpasalamat tayo, and always recognize the efforts of others. If we recognize the efforts of others towards our well-being, you will see. You will also,
may gratitude.
you'll be able to imbibe the same thing to others. So very important and crucial sa ating buhay. So let us always embrace a life of giving, acts of kindness, life that brings about the betterment of everyone, life that gives about a betterment of the environment you live in. You see, whatever we do affects others and myself and yourself. See, may mga ganon eh. So when we act, when we are responsible for our action, that means we're mindful of what we do and how it will affect others, then this becomes your guiding principle sa buhay ninyo. So we ourselves are embracing a lifestyle that is bringing about the betterment of your own life and the life of others.
And if everyone can do something, no, wow, what a better world we
Something
will
nice,
have,
something
di ba?
kind. Oo.
Mas gaganda ang ating mundo. Mas gaganda
Hindi ho
ang
puro,
Will be healthier
hindi ho
too.
puro parang ang nagiging buhay natin eh, negosyo. Alam niyo yung paano sa negosyo, di ba?
There's
Kasi,
always payment that
Oo,
you're
may-
waiting for. Oo.
nag-iintay ka ng bayad.
Oo.
Okay,
Ano yun,
kapalit
tinatawag
ang
doon?
tawag.
A business transaction yun, there is a price to pay for
Yeah.
things
For
that
everything.
you buy it. Or some people say they even try to buy somebody's love, yung gano'n.
Oo naman.
Or buy people's respect, di ba?
Yeah,
Kaya yan yung
let's
nangyayari.
not have the merchant mentality.
A merchant.
Oo.
Yan, merchant.
Merch.
Oo.
Kaya nag-iisip, kaya huwag natin ganin ang ating buhay.
I mean, okay, business has a place in life, right? But when it
We
comes
need-
to relationships, it has to be more selfless naman.
Kasi minsan sa buhay natin, hindi ba, nagiging tugon ng ating buhay is economic development. Di ba?
Yeah.
Ano pa?
Parang yun na nga yung new God. It
yun.
has to be all about the economy. But
all
it
about the
really is not, no? We might have all the goods, the riches, but if we are empty inside, we won't be happy.
Meron nga ako, meron nga ako minsan napupuntahan ng mga, in another country. Pag pumunta ka doon sa mga tindahan nila, ang susungit nila, talagang, don't touch that. No,
Oo.
don't touch it. Parang ganun sabi.
Ay, hindi sila tourist
Ay, my
friendly.
God, sabi ko ganun. Ayoko nang bumili. Yung ganun. Kumbaga, it's really it's a business for them. They don't really want to assist you as a customer. Kumbaga, talagang everything is a sales thing for them,
Sales.
But
Sales.
good businessmen would be good to their customers,
Oo.
di ba? Hindi sila
I've heard
magaling
nga
sa
stories
customer
kahit yung mga
relations.
mayayaman na mga artista pag pumunta sa ibang countries na hindi sila kilala. Pinapalabas sila dun sa tindahan.
Minamata.
Oo, pero ayun, lalabas na sa social media, hindi ba? Na sila ay hindi pinapasok at in-entertain sa mga ganyang tindahan. Kasi nga, people will try to look at you and judge you from the external. Mayaman ka ba o hindi ka mayaman? Pag mayaman ka, sige, entertain ka namin. Pero kung hindi, hindi na sila magiging kind sa'yo.
So that wasn't real kindness.
Hindi
Oo.
kindness yun. Business, yun ang sinasabi ng being a merchant, selling people some things, no? Ang ano ko naman kasi, in terms of being kind, if we can list, a person can list, what is it that I can do for others, Parang sinasabi ni Sir Toby, yung mga skills, saan mo ba pwede yung gamitin, hindi ba?
May ganito pa nga For example, siyempre we do the conservation sa pawikan. Meron isang inahin, malaki. Pawikan, siguro mga 20 plus years old na to.
Turtle.
Kasi patapos na rin this was during the nesting season. So the fisherman brought sa bangka, nakataob yung pawikan. So ngayon, for 2 weeks, hindi kumakain. Nung primero, malakas.
Mga 1 month na yata.
Malakas pa siya. Yung gusto niya makakawala dun sa tub. Pero ang problema niya, lutang ang tawag. Hindi siya makalubog.
Floater.
Oo.
And
So-
now we know why.
And now, alam namin.
Oo, what we
So
found.
finally, nag-cleansing siya. Kumbaga, hindi siya kumain na ganito katagal. Siyempre, siguro, kaya siya lumulutang. Gas. Yung natitibi. Ano yan? Meron siyang gassy yan.
Yeah, so may
Bakit
air.
ka siya? May air siya sa loob ng kanyang katawan. Kaya hindi siya makalubog.
Hinahangin siya.
Hinahangin siya
Tiyan.
ngayon.
Oo.
So,
Why was there air?
may plastic sa loob.
Yan.
Paano naman nakita yung plastic doon?
Finally,
Nilabas na
dumumi
niya
na siya.
finally. Ang daming plastic
So,
na ilabas.
so for 2 weeks, yung since dumating siya, ayaw niyang kumain.
Oo.
Yun pala, kaya siguro siya nahuli. Dahil floater nga
Oo
nga.
Hindi siya makalubog.
makadal.
Oo.
So, considering the time that, na hindi siya kumakain, matagal din yun. Kasi syempre,
Matagal.
katulad tayo, halos
Oo.
kumakain tayo. Hindi rin naman natin alam.
Oo.
Kasi kakaunti ang pag-aaral sa ganyan kung kaano karaming pagkain ang kinakain ng isang ganito. At kaano katagal siyang bago siya gutumin. May gano'n O araw-araw ba siyang kumakain. Ang mga pawikan, grazers yan
Oo.
Di ba? Katulad yung mga baka, yung mga lugs, yung mga animals natin na mga kalabaw. Buong araw kumakain yan Di ba? So ito, hindi natin alam kung may ganon. So, alam niyo, finally. So ito sabi ko nga, yun ang balita sa amin. Wow. Pero yung nakita ko yung plastic, sabi ko, ay nako. He has a gas problem yan, sigurado. Kasi kung
Intestinal problem talaga.
So hey, that's one act of kindness you can think about. Don't throw trash around, and if you
Yes.
find trash, please pick them up. That's
Oo.
a very big act of kindness.
No plastics,
Sa totoo
please.
lang.
Kaya nga, please, this is on the other point When you take care of the environment,
It's kindness.
why
To all.
it broadens the perspective because it includes everyone at the future, lahat ng nakikinabang sa lusog at ganda ng ating kalikasan. So acts of kindness can go a longer way when you have this.
Yeah.
So sa ating mga kaibigan, marami pong salamat sa
Thank you.
ating pagsamahan.
Uy, act of kindness, nakikinig kayo sa amin. Kami naman act of kindness yung mag-share sa inyo.
Yeah,
Thank you
that's
so
an
much.
important point. Listening is an act of kindness.
Oo.
Thank
Very
you so much.
Thank you, everyone. See
Take
you again.
care.
Pangkalusugan, pangkalikasan, go Palakas! Haribo ni Tagore, Haribo, Haribo ni Tagore.